Hello YouTube, Crumb Freak here. What you're looking at is you're looking at the Glock27 and you're looking at a cool little 22 cowboy pistol, model 650 H&R, Harrington and Richardson. And there's a little story behind this revolver. I was going to do a full video on it, and I got into studying the company, Harrington and Richardson, a little bit, and I realized, you know what? That's a video all in of itself, because I'm a history buff. I love history, and I love the history of companies that make firearms. So I'm going to make a whole nother video in the future on that. I decided not to do that tonight because I really didn't want to get into something major. I got to work very early in the morning. But I figured I'd make a quick little video here showing you this. I just picked this up on Friday, and there's a story behind it. About 2 months ago, being out of work with heart problems and all that, I let it be known to the guys I work with and some other people that to make a little bit of money on the side, I'll do a little bit of gunsmithing and gun cleaning. And when I say gunsmithing, I am not a professional, I'm not a certified gunsmith, but I can break these guns down. I'm very good at disassembling and putting firearms back together and figuring little problems out. So minor issues is what I'm talking about with gunsmithing, parts changing kind of. And I let it be known to the guys I work with. Well, the gentleman I work with brought me this pistol here and a Taurus PT-145. They were both pretty dirty. I cleaned them both for him. This one here, I took the flits to, and it had some a little bit of surface problems, rust and markings and whatnot. And with the Dremel and some flits, as you could see, and by the way, everything on this, everything's been safety checked. To pull this, let's go ahead and drop the cylinder out. To drop the cylinder, you actually got to press a button right here. Pull this pin out, it will release the whole cylinder, and the cylinder comes out. But what I did was I went ahead and I cleaned this up, and I cleaned the PT, and I brought it back to him. On Wednesday or Thursday, he actually came to me and he says, I told him I love this little 22, I love cowboy guns. So I told him, I said, if you ever wanted to get rid of this 22, let me know, I'd love to have it. So he came to me, it was Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember exactly what day, and he goes, you really like that 22, don't you? I said, oh man, I love it. I think it's a beautiful little revolver. I love them cowboy guns. And believe it or not, he says to me, he says, I think I'm just going to give you the gun. I said, what? He says, yeah, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm not into 22s. I'll probably never use it. Go ahead, it's yours, have it. He brought it to work on Friday and gave it to me, and I accepted it gladly. It'll stay in my collection, and I'll never let it go. I promise you, it's not one of the guns. I'm like Pete. I go through firearms. I purchase them and I sell them more than anybody I know, except for maybe Pete over at the Armory channel. And that's the truth. My collection's always evolving, and people are amazed. My wife is in total amazement by it. Anyway, it's unbelievable how I come up with these things, but somehow I've had, this is not the first firearm that's been dumped in my lap for basically nothing. And that's what I paid for, pretty much nothing, no money at all. I did give him something out of the goodness of my heart, because out of the goodness of his heart, he gave me this, which is just unbelievable. It's a 22. It's got 2 cylinders, one for long rifle and one for 22 mag. And it's a beautiful little cowboy gun. And like I said, I'm going to do a full video on this in the future. Once I shoot it, I'm going to break it down and do a couple of things to it more, because I want to get into a little bit more in depth on it. But I do want to do a full history video of the company that actually was the biggest manufacturer of M1 Garands during the Korean War era. So there's a big history behind that company, and a long history, and they've been around since the mid-1800s, and they deserve their own video, and we're going to do that. But I figured I'd just show you this, and I'm very happy and surprised, shocked, and pleased. So good things happen, you know, and they do. Anyway, my Glock27, I am so happy with this pistol. This is one of the best buys I've done in a long time. This thing shoots. I've had no problems with it, no issues. I love the size, the bite. Everybody told me, oh, that thing barks pretty hard. It really doesn't. I don't feel a whole lot of difference between this and my 23. Maybe it's just me or the way I hold my pistol when I shoot, but I don't know. I don't feel that much of a difference, to be honest with you. So I just bought a little plug that I'm going to insert into the butt plug, everybody likes to call it. And I just figured I'd go ahead and do that on video too, not a big deal. I don't ever, let's do a safety check. plan on shooting this pistol in the water, underwater, or anything like that, so this is not going to make a difference putting this in. I'm going to put it in here. I've already kind of wiped it out and cleaned it out in there, just to keep lint and debris and everything else from getting in it. Why not? It's going to be eventually my main carry piece when I'm not working. It actually already is, and why not put this in? So we'll do it on film real quick. It's supposed to just pop right in. I mean, oh, there it is. It slid right in with no problem. From what I understand, to get them out, it's not that difficult. You just got to be very careful you don't mar your pistol up, but it looks pretty good, don't it? I think it looks great. I got the little Springfield Armory sticker out here just for visual effects. I love the American flag and I love Springfield Armory. Why not throw it out there to look at? Anyway, once again, let me show you this. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful little cowboy gun. I got to get in there with my Dremel. It's got some burning inside there. You know, spent gunpowder I got to get out. But it is a very clean gun. You probably can't see down the barrel, but it's beautiful down the barrel. There's really nothing wrong with this pistol. He said he was having some problems with believe it was the long rifle, not the Magnum, when firing in double action. This is a double action, single action revolver. So I might look into replacing the firing pin. I don't know how hard it's going to be to find parts for this. I know they no longer make revolvers. H&R is also the biggest maker of single shot shotguns and rifles in the world. So, but the H&R today is not the same H&R that I believe closed down in 1986, and that's what I'm talking about. It's just a whole history of the company that I'd like to do a whole complete separate video on, and we will. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. This was kind of just a little crap video. I wanted to show you what I got, and another gun falls into my lap unexpectedly, and I'll take it. Thank you very much. And you know who you are out there. I'm not going to say his name. I work with some wonderful guys. I really do. I'm lucky enough to work with some great guys. All the guys I work with in the company, there might be one or two bozos, but for the most part, all the guys I work with are wonderful, great guys, and I'm doing a lot of firearm cleaning for 3 or 4 of them. In fact, I just did an AK the other day too. I need to stop rambling. Let's go ahead and end this. We did the plug for the 27, and I showed you the new little H&R Model 650 revolver, which was made from 1975 to 1986, and like I said, they no longer produce them, so it's a great find and a great addition to the collection. Anyway, thank you, YouTube. Good night.